Okay, how often does Disney change the look of the different face characters? And because this is in response to a video where I was talking about getting disapproved for not looking like the other people that play the character anymore, that's what you mean and not the actual changing the wig and dress and things like that. So there's no set cycle of how long that they look for a particular look or base it off of a particular look. It just kind of evolves naturally. For instance, me, when I got hired there, I got approved in Mary Poppins, and they were hiring a lot of people as Mary Poppins when I started. There was a Poppins shortage, okay? And a lot of those people stayed. So the Mary Poppins look matured because we were all staying there. There were a lot of us that were in our late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s, and they continued with that because we were all still there. Now, at some point, they have changed it because the new ones don't look anything like we did. It's a different look. It kind of seems like they're going more for a storybook Mary Poppins look as opposed to like a Julie Andrews Mary Poppins look. I don't know where that changed, but it changed somewhere. And I saw this with other characters as well. For instance, Belle. The Bells all, these people stayed and they allowed that look to get a bit more mature looking for a while. And now I can see they're back to having it look younger or wanting it to look younger. And they typically, it seemed like about every 6 months, a handful of people would get disapproved in each character. I feel like they didn't look as closely at some characters as they did others. For example, I don't think the villains had as similar looks as some of the princesses do. Also, the Mary Poppins, that went askew for a while, and they reeled it in. I think they realized, like, hey, this is all over the place. We need to reel it in. And when they had, like, the Poppins clean out I think I was 27 when that happened. I very well thought I might be one of them just because I was 27. That's on the old end for a character. But I survived it, and a lot of us did that were, like I said, about that age or young 30, like early 30s. I think we even had a girl doing it into her 40s. And I don't want to make it sound like there's an age limit on doing this because there's not. People have gotten hired into the princesses in their 30s. It all depends on the individual and, again, how you age. And now I also do feel like they base the look for the princesses on maybe who's the media person. And there's generally 2, 3, 4 people approved for media. They typically look very similar or have this similar look. But if they're basing it off of one person and that person leaves, well, now they're going to base it off of the next, person. And that look's going to change. And they'll eventually want to kind of even the playing field for that character. I hope that makes sense.